Well, Richard Fox joins us now to discuss the topic. He is head of Middle East and Africa Sovereign Ratings. Good morning, Mr. Fox. Abu Dhabi has obviously been helping in the past. There did seem to be a kind of an assumption that even though Dubai had not great resources and lots of debt, it would always be fine because of its neighbours. Mm-hmm. Was that a misplaced assumption?
Yes, I mean, we started rating Abu Dhabi about 3 years ago, and from that time they've made it very clear to us that any support they might offer to other emirates was on a case-by-case basis, and they had no legal obligation to do so. So, to be honest, what's been playing out so far has not actually surprised us as far as Abu Dhabi's role is concerned.
Now, the case-by-case basis, is of course the bit that worries people. You know, have you any criterion that can you narrow it down?
No, there are no criteria. They basically, I'm sure, are thinking long and hard now as to what sort of support to offer. But I think also the key thing was that they needed Dubai to actually ask for support. And I think part of the problem has been that, to begin with, Dubai was trying to sort this out either on its own or through the federal government support. Right. And I think only very recently has it really realised that the situation is bigger than it can handle in that sort of way, and so it actually has gone to ask Abu Dhabi for help.
It's quite interesting because, of course, we don't really know the ins and outs of the tensions between them, but clearly it's now emerging that they are there. Is there a danger that Abu Dhabi would favour local investors over foreign ones? I know that the Emirates criticised Saudi Arabia for doing just that in the past. Is it likely to happen again?
I think, given the very strong criticism from the central bank governor of the Saudi approach to their debt problems, I think it would be a surprise if that happened. So yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
Now, if Abu Dhabi's balance sheet, of course, is extremely healthy. If it were to take on some of this debt, it wouldn't affect its credit rating, would it?
I mean, the sort of sums of money we're talking about are relatively small compared to Abu Dhabi's ability to provide support. I mean, Abu Dhabi basically makes money even at $35 a barrel. So, you know, it's stacking up assets all the time. So, to be honest, the only thing that would really cause us major concern would be if this spread to become a systemic banking crisis in the UAE as a whole, and we don't see that happening.
You're obviously looking at that quite closely. Are there any other emirates that you're concerned about?
All the other emirates are very small. We do rate Ras Al Khaimah. It has been a supplier to Dubai, but it's so small that it's actually been able to reallocate its output to places like Qatar and Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, which are still growing very quickly.
Are you concerned that this is going to affect the region as a whole? I mean, the idea that there will be some contagion, especially in terms of how investors see the area?
Clearly, there's a rethinking going on about this, you know, implicit guarantee from governments. That is definitely going to affect things. But I think you have to keep Dubai in context. Dubai is almost unique because, you know, it's got all this debt and very little resources of its own, whereas all the other countries in the region, well, certainly in the Gulf, have got, you know, large sovereign wealth funds are in a much better position to provide support.
Richard Fox, thank you very much. Okay.